Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic. I am the Mad Montreal Man. And we're going to keep it short today. We have two action figures for you today. They both have a certain special place in my comic book heart. Yep, I am talking about Mr. Bones. And yes, if you're wondering, this is the EB Games exclusive. It's the same figure you get in the States, except for two things. The package has a signature, and there's a signature card. The figure's exactly the same. However, if you're in the States, good luck. Actually, if you're in Canada now, good luck. From what I'm told, they are sold out. The signed ones are sold out. And, of course, we also have Jade's brother, Alan Scott's son, Obsidian. Now, there's a reason why I kind of have a soft spot for these guys, because many years ago, in my younger days, when I was a much younger man, I worked at a comic book store back in Montreal. It was a comic book store called Nova Bookshop. I met many wonderful people there, like Jeff Isherwood, Bernie Moreau, Denis Rodgy. I also met a guy named Roger. Roger had his own publishing company. And Roger gave me a comic book page. Actually, I got a few pages off Roger, and I can't do that voice for too long. It hurts my throat. But I got a few wonderful comic book pages off Roger, including a wonderful Sergeant Rock Sam Glassman signed splash page. But I also got this. That's right, I got a Todd McFarlane page. It's one of my favorite ones too. It's the one where Our Man kills. Now, the actual original page I kept stored properly, but I did have a one-to-one printing of it. Yep. This was page 28. And that's a great page. And this is my first real introduction to Todd McFarlane, apart from his 1984 backup story in the Epic magazine, or Epic Comic Book Coyote. And if you don't know, Todd's first series he ever worked on was actually at DC. It wasn't Incredible Hulk. It wasn't Spider-Man. It was Infinity Inc. He did it for 2 years, from 1985 to 1987. And it was a fantastic series. Some of the costumes were interesting, especially Our Man's costume. But still, we got those two figures to look at. So what do you say? We're going to start off with Obsidian. I'm going to get my friend Dr. Scalpel out and take him out of the package. We'll be back with his close-up very shortly. Well, you saw in the close-up, he does come with some accessories, including this. It's a giant card of the card. It's kind of cool. I like it. You don't get a comic book, because I think it would have been kind of hard to figure out what comic book from the Infinity Inc. run to put in there that really featured Obsidian. I do like the fact it's black and white and color version. You have a sister right there, see? Jade's right there. This is kind of cool, but let's talk about the figure himself. All right, so let's talk. You know what? You're right. Let's talk about the accessories. We have the typical McFarlane right-hand trigger finger. Yay, trigger finger. We have the I'm flying right hand. We have the I'm flying left hand, and the I'm casting a spell left hand. Kind of cool. I don't mind them as much. As for the figure himself, right off the bat, it's a body we've seen before, but the cape, that is one of the best capes he's ever done. This is wired all the way through. I mean, that is a good cape. It stands up. I love the cape. I like the fact that he gave him his necklace, which is kind of cool. Good figure. Overall, it's fantastic. It's sort of what I said a long time ago in my previous videos. Articulation's there too. This is a pretty well articulated figure. Then again, it's a very basic body buck. And it's nice that for once we got characters that go together. Jade, Obsidian, and Alan Scott, Green Lantern. I'll toss up a close-up of all three at the end because it's about time we get a dad and his kids together. I'm happy we got this. It's one of the things that brings me up another sad point. We probably won't get the rest of Infinity Inc. I honestly thought Nucleon was a great character. I mean, the Atom's son with a mohawk. Okay, I do admit that Our Man's son, the costume he had was painful to look at. But Silver Scarab, Hawkman's son, Fury, they were all cool characters. And we're not going to get to see them in the DC multiverse. That's sad. But I'm going to put him down. I'm going to put him down. And it's time now to take a look at the one that I think a lot of people will agree with. Probably one of Todd's favorite characters ever, Mr. Bones. So I'm going to get my friend, Dr. Scalpel, get him out of the package, throw in his close-up, and we'll be back right after that. Same as Obsidian, the card, this, except the EB Game ones on the other side of the card, it's his signature, which I already have from a few other things I bought that had his signature on it, but whatever. So, once again, this. Now, accessories, we have basically the same hands, but in black. Trigger finger, flying hand, and of course, the more opens, I'm putting a spell on you hand. The figure itself does have some new sculpts. The head is a great sculpt. That is a fantastic sculpt. The pirate gloves, the pirate boots, great sculpt. The cape, I would say it's a fantastic cape, except mine's got a little defect. Part of the wire is sticking out. But overall, the same body as Obsidian, really is the same body. Fantastic figure. I love the details in this. Mr. Bones is probably one of my favorite characters that Todd's ever come up with. Even though I will have to admit, he was obviously I was about to stutter there. I'm not going to cut this out. I was about to say before I went, ugh, he was obviously inspired by 1941's The Black Terror. Very similar looking costume. Black, crossbones, yellow, except Black Terror had a skull as well as the crossbones. But Black Terror was a character from the 1941s. It was brought back a few other times later, but obviously a great inspiration. And I am happy I have him. This is a fantastic villain, even though later on he becomes director of Mr. Bones, but it is still Mr. Bones. I know in some other comic books and later comic books he loses his leg, it's a cyborg leg. I'm happy they didn't do that, because let's say for whatever reason you want to turn this into the Black Terror, a quick head swap and you got a Black Terror. It's really that cool. I mean, this is how you do action figures. Great capes from the same comic book, by the way, which makes it even better. And I'm happy I got them. And this is a message for Shane. Shane, I am trying to find you the EB Game exclusive Mr. Bones. I can't guarantee it. I've already tried 2 EB games. I got another one I can try. Hopefully I get lucky and I get one, because if I get one, Shane, you're going to get the EB Game exclusive one. But what a great character. I'm happy I got him. And if you're wondering, well, Obsidian will have to be front of shelf with his sister with her dad behind him. But for a villains showcase, for a villain shelf, no doubt about it. Todd, you did it. Front of the shelf, Mr. Bones. That skull is freaking so good. That is a great skull. I mean, I do admit it would have been kind of cool if you had a skeleton hand, because if you know the character, you know his touch is acidic. But no, it's a great character. I'm happy I got him. I will try to fix the corner in the cape. But yeah, there's the show. There you go. There's the show. 2 figures, short and sweet, but what great figures. And yeah, I mean, okay, these are kind of cool, but they're probably going to go on a shelf, because the problem is with stuff like this, unless you have an individual shelf, they're kind of hard to display. But I like getting them anyway. And that's going to wrap up the show. Once again, if you liked the show, thank you. If you went and hit subscribe, thank you. If you haven't done it already, well then subscribe now. And one thing I do like is reading your comments, so please comment and share on the video. I do appreciate it. And the good news is, I found out I have now 20 different things on pre-order. So the show is going to go on a little bit longer. As for what I'm doing next week, I honestly don't know. I will be going on a treasure hunt next Friday to see if I can find the Platinum Metron, because I think it would look so good in black. And I do have the Deathstroke finally coming. I ordered it. It's coming. I should be getting it tomorrow. So we'll probably have Deathstroke, the Terminator, next week on the show from the Collector Series. But that's going to wrap up the show. That's it. Thank you, of course, for watching the show. I really appreciate it. To my friends out there, thank you so much for encouraging me to keep doing the show, because it's a good way for me. It should be a good way for you too, because you got to do your best for your body, your mind, and your emotional well-being. Do your best to stay healthy. And when you do get an action figure that is so kind of cool, well-sculpted head, it's a good way to stay happy. Ignore the beeping computer. I'm sorry, it does that every now and then. And last but not least, when you finally get a brother reunited with his sister, it's a good way to stay positive. And we'll see you next Friday, or maybe sooner, for another episode of On the Peg. Until then, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon. welcome back to On the Peg, and this is to answer Miles at EB Games. Look, Miles, I do have a microphone, and it's on. You see, Miles, I do have a microphone. I just don't like talking to a microphone in front of my face. It's weird. I like putting the microphone down in front of me because I am loud, and I also don't like having this bulbous thing in front of me, so I always put it off to the side. There you go, Miles. I told you I had a microphone. Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic. I am, of course, the Mad Montreal Man. And, gonna keep it short again today. We only have 2 action figures for you today. So let's start off with this... Fuck, I can't speak.